This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website, portfolio, and online store. Hey, what's up guys? This is Ryan from TAWR Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a full review of the HTC One M8. This is of course the successor to the widely popular HTC One M7. So let's go ahead and start off the review. We're going to start off by talking about the design. So first of all, I want to talk about the build quality and what the phone is actually made out of. So it's 90% aluminum. You've got the Gorilla Glass 3 on the front. The only plastic on the device is the IR blaster up at the top, which enables you to control your television and cable box. The glass on the front of the display is Gorilla Glass 3, which is a highly durable glass that should protect your phone in the case of drops and scratching. As far as the finish on the metal, we have a brushed aluminum design that looks very nice. It's elegant yet rugged. There's also a slight curvature to the aluminum back that contours to the shape of your hand and makes it a pleasure to hold. However, the phone can be somewhat slippery if you plan on using it without a case. If there's any moisture whatsoever on your hands, you're going to find that it has the chance of slipping out of your hand. The lock button on the top is sometimes a little bit hard to reach depending on how you're holding the phone, but there are a lot of software features that enable unlocking of the device without having to use the lock button, which is nice. Another thing to note is that the bezels around the phone are extremely thin, and the touchscreen tends to be overly sensitive on the sides, so you'll find that you do sometimes accidentally press the phone just by holding it in your hand, which isn't a big deal. You'll get used to it. I personally did. On the right side of the device, you have the micro SD card tray, which is worth mentioning as you can expand the phone's storage by up to 128 gigabytes. You also have the option of getting a 16 gigabyte version of the phone or 32, which I have, so there should be plenty of storage, up to 160 gigabytes. The phone feels very significant in your hand, weighing it at 160 grams. It doesn't have any give to it, which suggests a high level of durability, which is good because that means a case isn't necessarily needed, allowing you to show off the beauty of the phone. All in all, you won't be disappointed with the design. It's beautiful, durable, and functional. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the display now. We have a 1080 by 1920 resolution, which equates to 441 pixels per inch across the 5-inch IPS backlit display. You have 16 million colors, and it is also covered by Gorilla Glass 3, which I mentioned earlier, which should be plenty strong glass to protect your phone in conditions in which you drop the phone, or if you plan on having it in your pocket with keys, it won't scratch very easily. And all of these specifications come together to create a very impressive display that is visible in direct sunlight, has great viewing angles, is bright and colorful, and overall is a pleasure to look at. Moving on, we're going to talk about cameras now. The HTC One features a 5 megapixel front-firing camera and a dual 4 ultra-pixel rear-facing camera. Let's talk about the rear-facing cameras first. The dual cameras on the back allow you to save the depth information of a given picture and refocus it later. This is called U-focus. In order for this to work, however, you can't be in low light, be too close to your subject, or be zoomed in at all. This limits you to a narrow range of situations where this feature is actually usable. Still, I find myself using this feature all the time and really like the effect it gives photos. As far as the quality of photos go, you will notice that HTC focused less on resolution of photos and more on low light performance, meaning that in low light settings, this phone is going to outperform higher megapixel shooters because of the sensor size to megapixel ratio. In my opinion, HTC took the right path. You are trading higher resolution photos, which really doesn't matter considering most of the photos will be viewed on smartphone displays, and instead you get better low light performance, which does matter no matter where you view the photo. I will happily make this trade because it just makes sense. Being able to take high quality low light photos is more important than having high resolution photos because it just works in a higher range of situations. Other features within the camera app include dual capture, which allows for use of the front and rear facing cameras at the same time. You also have the 360-degree panorama and ZOE camera, which is a feature that allows you to record video based on how long you tap the capture button, similar to Vine. You also have the option to record video in 1080p or 720p at 60 frames per second with video stabilization. The video quality is to be expected of a modern flagship smartphone. All in all, the HTC One's rear-facing camera comes together to create a very versatile camera that can perform well in many different situations. Now, before we finish up the full review of the HTC One M8, I just want to talk about our sponsor one more time, Squarespace, the site that makes it simple and easy to design a beautiful website. You can simply drag and drop your content and make the site of your dreams. You have 24/7 support through live chat and email. Plans start as low as $8 a month and includes a free domain name if you sign up for a year. The design is very responsive. It's a very easy to use interface that'll get you up and going and having the site of your dreams in no time. Every Squarespace site also comes with a commerce option, which is an online store that enables you to sell products and services directly through the site. So if you're interested in starting a free trial, you can go ahead and do that without a credit card today. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code TAWR to get 10% off your first purchase. I would like to thank Squarespace for supporting TAWR Reviews, and let's go ahead and get back to the review of the HTC One M8. Now let's talk about the front-facing camera. We have a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, which is also a very welcome addition to the HTC One line. Snapping a photo with your front-facing camera in quality that rivals that of smartphones from just a couple generations ago is a very satisfying feeling. The photos look great, the 1080p video at 30 frames per second looks great, and now I'm just hoping that HTC has started a trend that other smartphone manufacturers will soon follow. Next, I want to talk about the boom sound speakers. This is a feature that has been ported over from the HTC One M7, but now does not have the Beats logo stamped on the phone in any location. If you look at the front of the phone, you can see two speaker grills, one at the top and one at the bottom. This, in my opinion, is the perfect placement for speakers on any smartphone, or really any mobile bar style device. The audio fires towards you, not away from you like on most smartphones, and because of their placement, it's really unlikely that you will ever cover the speakers with your fingers. The speakers sound great as well. They get fairly loud and don't distort at high volume levels. Pair the positioning with the audio quality and you're going to get a pretty fantastic audio experience with the HTC One M8. In terms of performance, this phone is quick. The Snapdragon 801 2.3 GHz quad-core CPU and Adreno 330 GPU make for insanely fast operation with super quick loading times, including the boot time. You might see slowdowns in some unoptimized third-party applications occasionally, but anything that is optimized for this device runs buttery smooth and you will rarely find yourself waiting for this phone to respond. The HTC One M8 has a 2600 mAh battery, which in my experience is plenty to get through the day and then some. If you're a really heavy user, you might find yourself running low towards the end of the day, but overall I've been very impressed with the battery life considering all the phone is capable of. So in summary, if you're looking for a new Android phone, look no further. You really can't go wrong with the HTC One M8. It offers everything you need in a phone: a beautiful, durable design, versatile camera, snappy performance, good battery life, excellent audio, and a gorgeous display. Definitely a phone worthy of your upgrade. But don't take my word for it, go out and try one for yourself. That's it for this review, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, rating, comment below what you think of the HTC One, and subscribe to TAWR Reviews for future videos. Thanks for watching.